first graders. Today is Tuesday, August 25th, 2020. This is the math recording. Today we will be going over module 2.01 and module 2.02 since we do not have a live math lesson on Wednesday. Let's go ahead and get started. This is module 2.01. What it wants us to do is it wants us to see how many cars and how many motorcycles there are. The cars will be the first addend, the motorcycles will be the second addend, and then we're going to find the sum. Who can tell us what our first addend is? Remember, the amount of cars there are. 2, great work. We're going to put a 2 where the first addend is because there is 1, 2 cars. Who can tell us what our second addend is? That's the amount of motorcycles there are. 3, great work. And how we got 3 is there are 1, 2, 3 motorcycles. Now we're finding the total amount of motor vehicles. So 2 plus 3. Our entire lesson is on counting on for module 2.01. So what we do for counting on is we take the bigger addend. So is 2 or 3 the bigger addend, boys and girls? 3 is. So we put 3 in our head, and then we put 2 fingers up because that is our smaller addend, and we count up from our bigger addend, which is 3, 4, 5. So the total amount of cars there are 5. And you can check by counting them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's continue on. Our first equation here, our example equation, I should say, is 2 plus 7 equals 9. So they chose the bigger number, which was 7. So they said we're counting on from 7. That's the number in our brain. And then they show on the fingers the amount, the total, the sum we got. So 7's in our head, 2 fingers up, 8, 9, and that is why they got a 9 for the answer. Let's start with our first one. 5 plus 3 equals blank. 5 is going to go in our heads because it's the bigger addend. So we have 5 in our heads, which means, boys and girls, how many fingers are we going to put up? 3. And now we're going to count on higher from 5. So what comes after 5? 6, 7, 8. And we only count up to the amount of fingers we put up. So 6, 7, 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. Oopsie, I'm sorry. I don't see a 5 hand. So, but I see an 8, so we learned that 5 plus 3 is 8. Now, let's look here. 4 plus 6. Those are our addends, and we need to find our sum. Now, which of these addends is higher? The 6. So 6 is going to go in our heads, and we're going to put 4 fingers up and count 4 numbers up from 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. So 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. So we put a 6 from where we counted on because we started with 6 in our head because it's the bigger number. And then we got 10 because 10 is the sum of 4 plus 6. Okay, our last one where Miss Town is leading the example, and then we're going to do some together as a class. 1 plus 7 equals blank. We're going to put 7 in our brains because 7 is the higher number. So 7's going in our brain. Now we're going to put 1 finger up because it's the smaller addend and count 1 up from 7. What comes after 7? 8. So our answer for 1 plus 7 is 8. This is using the counting on method. Now, boys and girls, it's your turn. It's going to be the we do portion of this. So we're going to work together to solve the problems. Blank, this is where the sun's going to go, equals 2 plus 4. What is the bigger addend? 4. So 4 is going to go in our head, and we're going to put 4 fingers in this first column because 4 is the number we're counting on from. How many fingers are going to go up? 2. Let's count on from 4, 5, 6. So 2 plus 4 is 6. So we'll put the 6 fingers there. Okay, boys and girls, our next equation, 8 plus 1 equals blank. I'm going to give you a minute to do this inside, to do it on your own, and then we're going to talk it through together as a class. Okay, boys and girls, what is our bigger addend? 8. So we're going to put the fingers that show 8 fingers here, and then we are going to solve. So we have in our head 1 finger up because the second addend is 1, the smaller addend. What comes after 8? 9. Now I don't have 9 fingers to place here, but we would place 9 fingers to represent 8 plus 1. 9 is the sum. Okay, last problem like this. Blank equals 3 plus 7. Boys and girls, what is our addend that's going to go in our head? 7. Exactly. And we put 7 in our head because it's the bigger number. Now, how many fingers are going to go up? 3. And we are going to count on from 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 plus 7 is 10. Our sum is 10. Okay, boys and girls, we're now going to use it with counters. Remember, we're still trying not to count them individually. We are going to use the counting on method. Our first equation is 4 plus 5 equals blank. So boys and girls, instead of fingers, we can count on from the counter. So 4, 5 is in our head because it's the bigger addend. And we're going to count on from 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4 plus 5 is 9. Your turn. Show me how to do 6 plus 2. Yes, we count on from 6 because it's the higher addend. 7, 8. Now I don't have 8 fingers up here, but it would be 8. Our sum would be 8. So we'd have 8 fingers up, 5 fingers showing up and 3 fingers showing up. Okay, our last 2 problems for module 2.01, excuse me. 7 plus 2. What is our addend that is bigger? 7. So we are going to count on 2 more from 7. 8, 9. So 7 plus 2, boys and girls, is 9. So we're going to place 9 fingers at 5 and 4 to represent 9 as our sum. Last problem for 2.01. 6 plus 3 equals blank. 6 is our higher addend. So we're going to count on 3 from 6. 7, 8, 9. So our sum for 6 plus 3 is 9. Good job. Okay, boys and girls, don't leave the meeting. We still have module 2.02 to go over. We're going to go over part of it during this math lesson, and then also in our morning meeting tomorrow, we will continue going over the rest of it. So module 2.02 is on doubles. Who knows what a doubles fact is? Ooh, just like when we were live, and nobody knew, which is fine. That's why we're learning it. So a doubles fact is when the addend are the same. So a double is an addition fact where a number is added to itself. See, so 2 was our first addend, and now we're adding our second addend is 2 as well because we're adding 2 to itself. We can also say that a double is 2 of the same. So we need to label these. It wants to know where our addends are and where our sum is. Let's start with the addends. 2 is an addend, and what else is the other addend? 2, good job, which makes 4 our sum. Great work. Okay, continuing. We are going to now make the doubles equations. Remember, a doubles equation is adding a number to itself. So for 2 plus blank, we would add 2 as our second addend because we want to have the addends the same. We are adding the number to itself. 2 plus 2. Who can tell me what 2 plus 2 is? 4. Great work. Okay, it's your turn now. What is our second addend in this equation? 5 plus blank. 5. Great work because we're adding the number to itself. What is 5 plus 5? 10. Awesome job. Okay, boys and girls, here's our next equation. 3 plus blank. Well, if we're adding the number to itself, what is our second addend? 3. Both addends should be the same number. We have 2 plus 2, 5 plus 5, and now 3 plus 3. What is the sum for 3 plus 3? 6. Awesome job. Okay, here we go. 4 plus what? For it to be a doubles fact. Yes, our addend needs to be 4, our other one. So let's use the counting on method for this. We have 4 in our head. We're going to put 4 fingers up, and we're going to count on from 4 to find their sum. 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 plus 4 is 8. Our last problem like this, 1 plus what to make it a doubles fact? 1. Boys and girls, please tell me what 1 plus 1 is. 2. Great work. Okay, this is going to be our last slide that we go over for 2.02, which is doubles today. Remember, doubles is adding the same number to itself. One and the same. Both addends are the same number. So this is our example problem. We have 1 plus 1. So 1 hot air balloon plus 1 hot air balloon equals 2. These are called dominoes. They put the domino that had 1, 2 dots on it to represent 1 plus 1. Let's find the domino for 2 plus 2. What domino should we choose for 2 plus 2? Great work. The one that has 4. It has 2 on one side, 2 on the other. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. Moving on. 3 plus 3. Which domino should we choose for 3 plus 3? The one that has 3 on the left side and 3 on the right side. What is the sum of that? Great work. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome job. Okay, our next one, and this is our last problem for today. The rest we will go over in our morning meeting tomorrow. 4 plus 4. Yes, the domino that has 4 on both sides. And what is the sum of 4 plus 4? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great job. Boys and girls, I want you to go onto Canvas. So I'm going to show you how, because I had some friends that in our morning meeting needed a reminder. So you're going to go onto Canvas. This is our dashboard that I want you to go in. Town home room, blue with the yellow sun. When you get to here, you need to click on modules. which modules is either this button right after the home, or you can click on the picture of Miss Town sitting in a desk. Our week is at the top, so it's the 4th week of school. We are on Tuesday. You have a math pretest for module 2 you need to take today. You then have module 2.01 you need to work through, and then module 2.01 quiz. Go ahead, log off, and do your work. If you were not able to attend the ELA live meeting, please watch the recording. Bye, boys and girls.